Hi y'all, welcome back to Gen X Gone Mad at Life in Full Viz. uh, that's so funny. I've watched those videos so many times, and I'm like, it was an equal amount of like, I love how people just put themselves out there, and at the same time, how do people put themselves out there like that? Anywho, so I just watched this video on this woman due to the trauma of the scene that's in my head that I'm about to tell you. The name of her is escaping me, but I will look it up because her name needs to be said. So this woman from Georgia had been declared brain dead for a while. I don't know what the backstory is, how she came to be brain dead or anything like that, because I was just caught up with the fact that they harvested her baby out. Which was so like. And so there's a doctor who this regime would probably call DEI or some shit. Because she's a woman and she's of Asian descent. I was so caught up in her words and the horror that I couldn't tell you more, although I have been able to. But no, but in America, you really can't. You just can't. You just can't. We're a melting pot and always have been. Today I went to the library to upload my video because I still haven't decided. I just moved here and I haven't decided which route I'm going to go for internet. We got fiber and the cable, and I've talked to a few people because the fiber, I'm not familiar with this provider, and I actually didn't. I don't know. I had AT&T fiber anyway, so I'm trying to. My priorities have been elsewhere anyway, and I like, libraries are a safe space for me, and they're a safe space for a lot of people in this town. The houseless, unhoused epidemic in the Triangle had gotten to the point where I felt overwhelmed. Like I saw, it's been an area that has taken in and sponsored people who have escaped horrors. And when I started seeing those people on the streets asking for handouts, I knew we had a real problem. And, and that's the same here, except it's a different kind of problem. Anyway, back to this woman, this horrific thing. I can't get my head around the inhumanity. The absolute inhumanity of this regime, and like the people that are being this demonstrative Christianity for sound bites and footage. It just hurts my soul. And true confession time, okay? I've always had a vivid imagination, and was described by my mother as I was just always lost in my head. But I was dissociating is what I was doing for significant reasons. And also maybe because I'm got a touch of the tism. I don't know why they didn't know it was normal to like be teaching me math the way that they did, to where I could sleep through high school and still tutor people in math. I went to a, I mean, it was it was my mom did a good job of finding me extracurricular things. Like I did coding on Apple computers with grains, binary codes to make little frogs and stuff. I also wanted to be well, at the time it was WWF. I wanted to be a WWE wrestler. Hulk Hogan. And there was some twins. I think their lives went tragically or something. And anyway, I digress. Like, y'all, what are, like, if you're doing nothing, like nothing, just surviving, I suppose that's enough to just survive, because, like, we're all just surviving. We all have to survive. Like, I know what it's like to be in survival mode. But see, that's the mechanism of being controlled. Is keep you busy with either baubles or survival. You're spinning and like eyes up, like it's the money is what makes it go round. It's the economy, stupid. And we got people that think that money buys happiness. Those are the most miserable lots of people I've ever seen in my life. Like, I would not want any of their lives, not at all. They just look like horrible people. And this is why I'm like, how do I go back to how could I go back? This is my own personal thing. What hasn't been personal? How can I go back into the classroom when I can't keep children safe? No matter how hard I try. And that lives in me. It takes me a long time to process shit like that. Long time. And then when you accumulate a lot that you've never fully processed, man, it can shut you down. Burnout is what I experienced and entered into a not at all functional freeze. And then anyway, it was a rocky road, but I feel remarkably calm despite the horrors in the world, and I attributed it to my spiritual practices, which I've never really talked a lot about, which are diverse. Exercise, gentle exercise, yoga, walking, singing and dancing when I have more energy. I'm trying, my energy's coming back, so that's good. All of this causes trauma for people. Everything that's being done now, and it's unforgivable. You've lost your way. You've lost your way. And I just pray that you be healed and you be a source of healing in the world moving forward. And I hope that you'll wish the same for me. Onward, light warriors. You have your marching orders.